Have you ever wondered why some women, regardless of their age or outward appearance, seem to possess an intangible energy that irresistibly attracts people, commands respect, and leaves a lasting impact? Why is it that, even without following the latest beauty trends or wearing the most fashionable clothes, some women radiate a natural magnetism that makes them unforgettable? The secret doesn't lie solely in external beauty or superficial charisma. It's rooted in their inner world, in the habits and attitudes they cultivate over time. If you desire to understand what makes these women so compelling, and, more importantly, how you can develop those same traits, then get ready. Because the truth is, this kind of magnetic allure isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. It's a product of intentional choices, inner work, and a deep commitment to your personal growth. It's about cultivating a sense of self that emanates confidence, serenity, and authenticity from within. Let's start by pondering a provocative question. What habits do truly mature women develop that make them irresistibly attractive? Not just on the surface, but at their core. Many women are caught in a cycle of constantly changing their outward appearance, trying to look younger, more stylish, more appealing. But those efforts, while not wrong, often miss the point. Because real attractiveness comes from a state of being, a certain inner harmony and strength that doesn't fade with age or external circumstances. Imagine a woman who walks into a room and doesn't need to demand attention. She doesn't have to speak loudly or dress provocatively to be noticed. Her presence alone exudes a quiet confidence, a calm assurance that she knows who she is. This woman is attractive not because of her beauty alone, but because of her inner mastery, her sense of purpose, and her emotional stability. This is what makes her truly irresistible. Her ability to embody her authenticity, her growth, and her self-awareness. The essence of this attractiveness isn't superficial at all. It's deeply rooted in the cultivation of habits that reinforce her self-esteem and emotional resilience. Because Jung emphasized that working on oneself, the journey of individuation, is the key to genuine wholeness. It involves integrating all facets of your personality, your shadows, your desires, and your strengths, into a harmonious whole. Most women are aware of their outer appearance, but only a few understand the importance of nurturing their inner world. Yet, it's this inner cultivation that sustains and amplifies the external beauty and charisma. When you develop habits of self-awareness and self-love, they become visible in your posture, your expressions, and your energy. People aren't just attracted to how you look. They're attracted to what you radiate. Now question yourself, are you actively investing in your personal growth? Are you cultivating habits that make you feel grounded, confident, and genuine? Or are you caught up trying to impress others with superficial tactics that fade quickly? Understand that true allure doesn't come from trying to fit into someone else's mold. It comes from embracing your individuality, your imperfections, and your unique strengths. A woman who has cultivated emotional maturity and self-knowledge naturally radiates a unique attractiveness that others find magnetic. She sets boundaries without guilt, speaks with calm authority, and moves through life with a sense of purpose. Her calmness isn't an act. It's the result of inner work. Her confidence isn't bravado. It's a deep-seated understanding that she is enough, exactly as she is. Many women mistakenly believe that attractiveness is about aging gracefully or looking youthful. While those are complementary, they're not the foundation. The true power lies in a woman's ability to mature emotionally, to accept herself fully, and to project a peaceful certainty about her worth. The deeper she goes into her self-discovery, the more radiant she becomes. And here's the beautiful part. These habits are accessible to everyone. They don't require expensive clothes, a perfect body, or even a specific age. They require intention, discipline, and a willingness to grow. When you adopt these habits, your entire energy shifts. Others will notice your confidence, your authenticity, and your serene strength, and they'll be drawn to you effortlessly. To illustrate, think of women who, regardless of their external appearance, seem to possess an invisible aura that makes them stand out. They don't chase validation, they exude it. They are comfortable in their own skin, And that comfort is contagious. That's the essence of true maturity, being centered, authentic, and continuously evolving. So, what is the secret weapon behind this allure? It comes down to one simple truth. Inner work creates outer magnetism. When you take the time to understand your shadows, embrace your imperfections, and develop a deep love for yourself, your presence automatically becomes irresistible. As we move forward, I will reveal the first 3 habits that epitomize this internal work. Habits that a woman cultivates over time to develop a maturity that others instinctively admire and are drawn to. These aren't shortcuts or superficial techniques. They are the fundamental pillars of a deeply confident and attractive woman, the kind that leaves a mark everywhere she goes. Are you ready to embrace this transformation? Keep listening, because what follows could be the most empowering part of your journey to becoming truly irresistible. Now that you've internalized the importance of inner development, let's explore specific habits that cultivate this profound maturity. These habits serve as the foundation for a woman's irresistible allure, not just on the surface, but at her core. And the most remarkable part, these are habits anyone can develop with intention and persistence. Habit 1. Self-reflection and emotional awareness. The first habit that transforms a woman into someone irresistibly mature is her commitment to self-reflection. Jung emphasized the importance of understanding one's unconscious patterns, fears, and desires. Without this awareness, we tend to repeat old mistakes, project insecurities onto others, and remain stuck in reaction rather than response. A woman who is deeply mature invests time in understanding herself. She questions her reactions, observes her emotional patterns, and seeks to learn from her experiences rather than avoiding them. She keeps a journal, meditates, or simply takes time each day to reflect on her thoughts and feelings. Why? Because knowledge of oneself is power. Imagine a woman who, in moments of conflict, doesn't blame her partner, but instead pauses and asks herself, "What is this feeling telling me? What does this situation reveal about my needs or fears?" She recognizes her triggers and works through her insecurities. This constant process of self-awareness creates a calm, centered presence that others find soothing and attractive. This habit is crucial because unresolved emotional wounds or unconscious fears can sabotage even the most promising relationships. When you understand yourself deeply, your reactions become conscious choices, not impulsive behaviors dictated by past traumas. And this inner mastery establishes a magnetic aura of serenity and strength. Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Developing this habit requires honesty and courage, but rewards you with greater clarity, confidence, and emotional resilience. As you heal and understand yourself, you naturally attract healthier, more authentic relationships. Habit 2. Cultivating authenticity and self-loyalty. The second habit is developing authenticity, the unwavering commitment to be true to yourself and embracing your unique identity. Many women try to fit into societal expectations, imitate others, or seek approval to gain affection and validation. But this facade is fleeting and superficial. A woman who exudes maturity knows her worth and refuses to compromise her authenticity to please others. She embraces her quirks, passions, and imperfections, knowing they are what make her truly unique. This authenticity is alluring because it creates a genuine connection that's impossible to fake. Imagine meeting a woman who confidently speaks her truth, who shares her passions without apology, and who radiates a sense of peace in her skin. She's not trying to impress or conform, she's simply being herself. Others are naturally drawn to her because her honesty and self-acceptance generate trust and admiration. Jung believed that embracing your true self, your authentic self, is the key to wholeness. When you live in alignment with your values and passions, you project an inner stability that is irresistibly attractive. People sense when you're authentic, and that authenticity creates a magnetic field that draws others toward you naturally. Developing this habit involves honest self-exploration. What are your true passions? What qualities do you love about yourself? What are your boundaries and non-negotiables? It's about peeling away societal expectations and falling in love with who you really are, and daring to show that to the world. Habit 3, cultivating self-respect and boundaries. The third habit is the ability to set healthy boundaries and nurture self-respect. Often women are conditioned to prioritize others' needs, to be constantly available, or to seek validation through pleasing behaviors. But a woman who is truly mature knows her worth and respects herself enough to say no when necessary. She doesn't chase after validation or seek approval at the expense of her own well-being. Instead, she establishes clear emotional, physical, and mental boundaries that protect her energy and integrity. This doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means honoring her values, her time, and her emotions. Imagine a woman who, when faced with a disrespectful comment, calmly states her boundaries. "I don't appreciate that tone," or "I'm not willing to compromise my integrity." Her confidence isn't arrogant, it's rooted in self-love and clarity. Others respect her because she respects herself. Jung believed that true self-respect and boundaries are fundamental for individuation, the process of becoming whole. When you honor your needs and limits, you send a powerful message. I am worthy. This attitude creates an aura of confidence and independence that is deeply attractive to others. Furthermore, practicing healthy boundaries prevents codependency, clinginess, and emotional burnout, which are common pitfalls in relationships. A mature woman understands that her happiness doesn't depend on controlling others or pleasing everyone. Her strength lies in her ability to stand firm in her values and care for herself deeply. In summary, to be irresistibly mature is to embody a balance of inner strength, authenticity, and self-respect. These 3 habits, self-reflection, authenticity, and boundary setting, form the foundation for a woman who naturally attracts respect, admiration, and genuine affection. These are not traits forged overnight, but developed through ongoing inner work, conscious choices, and authentic living. Imagine how your life could transform if you committed to these habits daily. As you grow in self-awareness and self-love, your energy shifts. Others will be naturally drawn to that authentic confidence, and you'll find yourself radiating a maturity that no one can mimic. Remember, true magnetism isn't about superficial beauty or fleeting trends. It's about the deep, unshakable belief that you are worthy, unique, and evolving. As Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. When you do that, everything else, attention, love, respect, naturally follows. Are you ready to start cultivating these habits in your life? Because this is only the beginning. The next steps will elevate your maturity to a level where people cannot help but be captivated by your presence. Stay tuned, and let's continue this journey toward becoming truly irresistible. Now that you've grasped the importance of self-reflection, authenticity, and self-respect, let's dive even deeper. These are the final 3 habits that, when practiced consistently, elevate a woman to the irresistible force of emotional maturity and genuine authenticity. It's these habits that differentiate an ordinary woman from one whose presence leaves a profound mark on everyone she encounters. Habit 4. Embracing imperfection and practicing self-compassion. The 4th essential habit is the ability to accept your imperfections. Truly accept and love your vulnerabilities without judgment or excessive self-criticism. Jung taught us that integrating all parts of ourselves, including our shadows, is the key to authenticity and inner strength. Visualize a woman who, instead of hiding her flaws or berating herself for not being perfect, embraces her humanity with compassion. This attitude frees her from the burden of perfectionism and makes her more approachable, real, and captivating. Self-acceptance is a quiet yet powerful force that radiates confidence and peace. Many women spend hours criticizing themselves, their body that doesn't fit societal standards, past mistakes, or insecurities. But a truly mature woman understands that her vulnerability is what makes her truly unique. She recognizes that self-compassion is the bridge connecting her to her most authentic self. When she's kind to herself, she naturally exudes a gentle strength that is irresistibly attractive because it's rooted in authenticity and self-love. Developing this habit leads to greater emotional maturity because it shifts your focus from external validation to internal assurance. When you accept yourself fully, with all your flaws and imperfections, your confidence grows effortlessly. This confidence becomes magnetic. Others are drawn to that peaceful, genuine energy, and the attraction deepens because it's real and not superficial. Habit 5. Cultivating a life of purpose and passion. The 5th habit is about building and nurturing a life filled with purpose. A mature woman doesn't live merely to please others or seek validation. She lives intentionally, guided by her passions, values, and dreams. When a woman has a purpose, whether it's a career, a calling, or a passionate project, her energy transforms. She becomes a source of inspiration and strength because she's aligned with what truly drives her. This clarity of purpose provides her with a sense of fulfillment, confidence, and independence that radiates outward. Picture a woman who dedicates time to discovering what truly makes her heart sing. She invests in personal growth, studies new skills, travels or volunteers, whatever fuels her spirit. Her pursuit of growth and meaningful connection creates a magnetic aura that attracts others seeking authenticity and depth. To develop this habit, ask yourself daily, what am I working toward? What brings me joy and fulfillment? Then, take concrete steps toward those goals. When you live intentionally, you radiate a quiet certainty that others find inspiring. That's the magic. When your passion and purpose become your natural state, you become irresistibly attractive. Habit 6. Leading by example with integrity and courage. The 6th habit is the ability to inspire others simply by living your truth, acting with integrity, courage, and passion. A woman with emotional maturity understands her influence is most powerful when she consistently aligns her actions with her values. She doesn't try to impress or manipulate others. She simply lives authentically, demonstrating strength and conviction. Her behavior, attitude, and choices serve as a guiding light for those around her. Whether through her kind actions, her resilience in adversity, or her unwavering honesty, she inspires by being a role model. Imagine a woman who faces challenges head-on, remains true to her principles, and acts courageously even when it's uncomfortable. Her authenticity and integrity make her magnetic because she shows others that it's possible to live with purpose and authenticity, and that doing so is attractive at the deepest level. This habit involves living consciously, making ethical choices, and demonstrating your values consistently. When you do, your influence becomes quiet but powerful, an example others naturally admire and want to emulate. It's in this way that true magnetism is built, not through superficial appearances, but through integrity and the courage to stay true to yourself. In summary, if you want to reach a level of maturity that exudes genuine attractiveness, focus on these 6 habits: self-reflection, authenticity, self-respect, embracing imperfection, purpose-driven living, and leading by example. When practiced daily, these habits transform your inner world and radiate outward, making you irresistible in the most authentic way. Remember, true beauty isn't about aging gracefully or superficial charm. It's about the confident, authentic, and purposeful woman who has cultivated her soul and lives in harmony with herself. As Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. When you do this, everything falls into place: respect, admiration, love, in a way that no external mask could ever replicate. Are you ready to start integrating these habits into your life? This is just the beginning. Your journey to becoming truly irresistible is unfolding. Continue to evolve, and you will attract the kind of relationships and respect you deserve. True female maturity isn't about wrinkles or lines on your face. It's about the depth of your soul, the strength of your character, and the authenticity you cultivate every day. When a woman chooses to work on her self-confidence, embrace her imperfections, live with purpose, and lead with integrity, she becomes an irresistibly powerful force. Someone who doesn't go unnoticed, who inspires, and who leaves a lasting mark on everyone she encounters. Remember, these habits aren't magic formulas, they are daily choices, attitudes you can start practicing right now. The journey toward genuine maturity is ongoing, and every step taken towards self-awareness and authenticity strengthens your presence and inner power. There's no age limit to begin. You already have everything you need to transform your life, reconnect with your truest self, and become that irresistible woman. Not for your looks, but for your essence and the strength radiating from within. The question is, are you ready to commit to this journey with yourself? Are you prepared to let go of insecurities, masks, and fears? The time to act is now. The most powerful woman you can be is the one who knows her worth and lives according to it every single day. By incorporating these 6 habits into your routine, you'll notice a transformation, not just in how others see you, but in how you see yourself. You'll begin to attract healthier relationships, feel more confident, and radiate a quiet strength that no one can ignore. That's true beauty, a force that starts from the inside. And remember, your greatest influence is your authenticity and the courage to be who you truly are. As Jung once said, what you think, you create, what you feel, you attract, what you imagine, you become. So start imagining, feeling, and creating a more powerful, more irresistible version of yourself today. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to share it with those who need to hear this message, like, and leave your thoughts below. Your feedback is essential for us to keep delivering results that truly transform lives. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming steps on this journey of self-discovery and growth. This is just the beginning. The change you seek is within your reach, and it all begins with one decision: to become the best version of yourself, every single day. Until the next video.